All right, everybody. I think it's time for me to reveal my 2018 lawn care setup. I'm gonna start off with the truck. That's a 2004 Chevy Silverado. And when I bought the truck, I was going through depression for a while because I wasn't happy with the purchase. I wasn't happy with the way it was running. It had so slow acceleration, and I was just thinking the worst. Buyer's remorse. I looked everywhere to try to see if I could find the right truck because I spent so much time saving and sacrificing. But it lasted a whole season, and the chances of it lasting this season are looking really good because all of a sudden it started running really good. The truck runs real good. It's got 148,000 miles on it, give or take a few. So I'm glad I took the chance and I got this truck. So moving on from the truck with that short story, trust me, I made a long story short. Going with the string trimmers, the FS56RC, the FS91R. This one was with me for my first season. This one was with me for the second season. They both work fine still. Now they're helping each other out. But one thing I have to say is the FS56RC, I like it better out of the two blowers. This one costs more. That one costs a lot less. This one's around $300. This one's around $200 and some change. The reason I like this one more is because it's lighter and it's not as loud. It's loud, but not as loud as this one. This one's heavier and a lot louder, and it can wear down your ears if you're not wearing ear protection. But I like this one for a lot of yards because, like I said before, it's a lot lighter and it has enough power. I mean, how much power do you need to slice up some grass? This one has more power, and if you need to get into them rough and tough areas, this one's the one to go with. But I alternate regardless. I'll do one customer with this and then I'll do the next customer with that one. Alright, so now moving on to the Steel BG86. This one was with me for my first season, midway into my first season. It cost around $200 and it's still working for my third season coming up. I'm glad I went with it. So, moving on. You guys can look at my video, Humble Beginnings Part 1, and you guys will see how I started pulling out flea market mowers from the trunk of my car. I got this toy belt here, TB230, and I got the Honda HR217. One thing I realized, these Troy belts, the one that I got, the TB230, man, that's the way to go. It's tough, it's powerful, that's going to last. It cuts really good. Sometimes it cuts better than the Honda. Sometimes the Honda cuts better than the Troy belt. But let me tell you something. The Troy belt is $300 roughly. The Honda $600 roughly. But they can compete with each other easily. And moving on, I got the Steel SH86C, and this is a leaf shredder and a blower transformed into one, and it's a very, very good leaf shredder. I recommend this to people who want to get leaves out of flower beds, leaves around under bushes, or leaves in piles. This works really good. It eats up leaves like nothing. And very, very, very good machine to use out there in the field. Very, very useful. Helps with leaf cleanups tremendously. I tried the Husqvarna version of this, and the blade is no thicker and bigger than razors that I use. The razors that I use for shaving my face. Moving on from the blowers, going on to the BR 700. This one is around $600, a little over $600 with tax. But it's really, really effective. Clears out things in a hurry, whether you're in a residential driveway, sidewalks, or you got patches in yards, grass patches in yards that you need to smooth out. This would do it very easily. Moving on to the trailer. It's a 5x8 trailer. I acquired this year, this season, 2018, around $900, maybe a little bit more. Because once you start getting into the bigger mowers and you start getting into more equipment and you're getting into more customers, you're going to need the extra space for the truck, for extra debris and such, and this little bit extra for your machines. Now, moving on, about this season not too long ago. As a matter of fact, I bought this a couple days ago, the Stihl HS56. The reason I bought that is because when I'm doing these lawns, last season I ran into a customer who wanted her bushes trimmed, and I did them with the scissors, the hedge trimming scissors, and I did a good job. But man, it took a long time. But I realized when I was doing that there is tremendous potential in hedge trimming. So that's why I got that. Moving on to the Echo backpack sprayer. It's a 402 Echo backpack sprayer for weeds, and I got this for major parking lots, like churches that have the bigger parking lots, bigger than residential parking lots. I use this. So what I got this season was the trailer, the HS56 for hedge trimming. That, by the way, cost about $400. But I'm hoping it'll pay for itself this season. And this is freshly out of the shop, freshly out of the store, brand new. It's as new to you as it is to me right now. The Toro Time Master, and 30-inch. So since I don't have a lot of customers, I figured I'm safe in getting this. You have to take care of it. You have to maintain them like all machines, and make sure it doesn't bump into too much stuff. But I honestly believe that it's going to last a year or two, maybe 3. And I'm definitely going to have to buy a tranny. But all the videos that I've seen, the tranny, it needs to be changed on these every 200 hours. 150 hours. That's a lot of hours. I doubt I'll be mowing this longer than that for this season. But who knows? I might. But that's a 2018 setup. I came a long way from my first video, Humble Beginnings, where I was pulling out the machines out the trunk of my car. Machines from the flea market. $30 machine and $15 handheld blower from the flea market. It all started with an idea and some old time cards and some old business cards. People have made comments about how I stutter with words and how I'm slow with words, and it takes me a while to pronounce words and think of words. But I used to box back in the day, and I'm a little punchy. But that's all right. I still have a lot of common sense. I still have a lot of intelligence and spiritual wisdom. So even though it might take me a little bit to get my words out, my actions speak louder. All right, y'all have a good one, And I want to see your 2018 setup. The guys that are starting out like me, put your videos out there. Well, let's support each other and encourage each other. There's too much out there, people putting each other down and looking down on each other. Let's switch it up and do it different from the way the world is doing it. All right, guys, that's all I have. I gotta put this stuff back in the storage. I gotta cut tomorrow morning from my flyers. Yep, one of my flyers. I don't know which one it was. It was either this one or it was, let's see, or it was this one. It was one of those two, and they called me today, and I went over there. I gave him an estimate, $35 for his lawn. He said $35 a cut. I said, yeah. He said, as needed. I said, as needed, no pressure. So I'll be heading there tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to get there early, around 9:15 or 10 o'clock. So hopefully it doesn't rain too much, or it doesn't rain at all. But I don't know. It might rain. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'll leave it in the Lord's hands. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.